In this video, we're going to implement this bubble bottom navigation bar. See, you could see the demo. This is how it looks. First, in the pubspec.yaml, you need to add this dependency, that is bubble bottom bar, and run the pubget uh, command, and you need to import this package, that is bubble bottom bar.dat. And here I have created a stateful widget called home, and this returns a scaffold which contains body, a container, and an app bar, as you could see on the right side screen. Let me just save. And now first, the scaffold has a property called bottom navigation bar, and it takes any kind of widget, but here we are focusing on bubble bottom bar. So it takes, let's see what it takes, a list of bubble bottom bar items, as well as you could see the parameters that are required are items and opacity. Those two are required parameters, and let's add them. Items, opacity, let's add opacity around 0.2, and the items that are required are bubble bottom bar items, as you could see here. So let's add an item of bubble bottom bar item. For icons, I'll be adding an icon, that is icons dot, let's say, home, and let's give this colors dot black, and let me just save this. We get an error because we have only a single item, and like bubble bottom bar has 4 properties: title, active icon, background color, and an icon. So we have already added the icon. Now we'll be adding the title. Title would be a text, that is home, and active, that is when we click on that, the icon should be the active icon that would be showing, will be placing here. So active icon would be icons dot home, and color as colors dot black. Now let me just, I have added title, active icon, as well as icon, and the fourth parameter that is missing, that we have left, is a background color. We add colors dot, let's say, green. Now let me just copy this and I'm pasting it 3 more times. 1 2 3, as you could see. Now let me just change these to some other, and color to camera, change this to camera. Let me just see. So now when I click on this, nothing happens. So to change this, let me just add the functionality. This bubble bottom bar has a property called current index, that is current index. Let me set this to 0, and let me just save, and it shows the same thing, there's no change. Let me change this to 1. Now you could see it changed to male. So this current index is the thing that would be controlled on tapping. This should change. So I've created a integer called current index and set this to 0, and I have also created a tabs, a list of widgets. I'll tell you why I created this later in this section. So let me just create another property, another bottom navigation bar item, and In the active icon, I'll change this to a different color, amber, and this thing also to amber, and blue. I'm just customizing it. And now regarding the current index, I'll set this to the current index variable that I've created here, and let me just save. As it is pointing to 0, this also points to 0. Now when I tap on this, nothing happens. To add this, we have a function called onTap. This takes, when we tap on any icon in the bottom bar, it takes the value of index. It specifically takes that value. For the first one it is 0, and the second one it is 1, and so forth. And what we need to do is assign our current index variable that we have created to the value that we get from this function. Oops, let me just include this in a set state function so that the widget can rewrite. Let me just save, and when I click on this, you could see it's working. So now we need to add something, that is the body. That is, when you tap on the first one, it should show the home screen, that is home widget or home screen, and so on. So let me just customize it further by changing a few things. We have a home, and see, on tap it changes to male because I have changed the active icon to male but not the original icon. Let me change this to male too, and let me change the last one also. And change this to location activity. Let me just save. Now you could see we have implemented. Now coming to the body part, so there are 4 buttons down here, so I mean 4 icons down here. So when we tap on them, the current index is the changing thing. So in the body section, we go to the body, and we select the current index one. Let me just say, here you could see tabs that were created here has 4 widgets as per these 4 buttons, and when the current index is changed, we point to the tab of current index. If the current index is 0, then it should point to current index of 0. So let me just save this, and when I click on the first one, you could see it points to the 1 here, and when I click on the second one, it shows the second one, and the same goes with this. And if you want to add any button, so you can add it. And there are some attributes here. Let's say has ink. It adds a beautiful effect called something. Let me adjust this to true, and ink colors dot blue, maybe, yes. Let me just say. So when I am changing this, you could see a slight blinking effect that is noticeable. That is this ink effect, I mean ink color. And next we'll be adding the button. Like for example, we have floating action button. Assume that floating action button, and let's see, it has on press function. Let me leave this empty, and colors dot red, and oops, let me just save. We have a button here, and child, we have icon start. Let me just save. Now what we have here is we need to adjust this button here in the here we add floating action button location, and we add a floating action button location dot. Let's say we keep this end dog. Let me just save. Now we could see it is placed at the end, and all you need to do is you need to add something called fab location, and you need to set this to fab location bottom navigation bar dot fab location dot end. Let me just save this. Now you could see this suits perfect with the button and these three. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe.